So the first happiness tip is a bit of a philosophical one. In fact, it's about the meaning of life. But don't worry, I will work out the answer. And certainly how you live your life will affect the amount of happiness you get, both in the short term and in the long term. I have been observing my friend for years now and trying to work out who has got life success and who hasn't. Some of them are putting all their effort into career so that they can be successful, while others have gone for low effort job which allow them to spend more time with their family or on spare time activities. Others have almost dropped out. For example, I have met with some friends who are event planners. They live amazing life in a way that they live completely for the present without apparently no planning ahead or worrying about the future. And I find that's incredible. How can anyone live life like that? And my natural inclination is to be organized and plan for the future, but actually, does that make me happier? Many of the great gurus says it's all about living in the present, but then is it possible to do that in our modern world without worrying about money or getting a future that is really not that we want? So I have worked out a way of thinking about this as follow. I think the two big objectives in life to enjoy the present and to achieve things in the future. And I think that to do one to the exclusion of the another one is a bad idea. So if you think about it, all you have is the present and the future. The past is gone. There's nothing you can do about it, although it can still contribute to our happiness in a small way, which I will return to later on in this series. So enjoy and achieve. They relate to doing things that you want to do in the present and to doing things that you might not want to do right now for the good of the future. So those are the two outputs, and then there are two inputs. How efficient you are and how clear your goals are. This is a bit of having like a car, say it's a Ferrari or something. It's no good unless A, you look after it so it works well. This is efficiency. And B, you know where you want to go in it. This is your goals. Ideally, you have a great car and a clear destination, and that destination could be to have maximum fun in the present or maximum achievement in the future or a combination of both. So that's the meaning of life in theory. But what do most people do in their life? Well, if you look at this chart, you can see there are six possible combinations. First is the person who is efficient but doesn't have goals. Inevitably, they won't achieve much because you can't achieve something without knowing what it is. You don't achieve things by accidents. These people probably won't be brilliant on enjoyment either because they are planning and worrying but going around in a circle. I've called them the efficient anorak. Even enjoyment requires goal. What do you like doing? What is it you like to spend time doing? Second is the person who so nearly gets it right. They are efficient and they do have goals and they achieve quite a bit, but in doing so, they forgot to have fun. I would call them the career worker. The one extra thing they need to do is to mix some enjoyment goals with their success goal. Could this be you? Third is the person who hasn't thought about any of this. They don't have goals and they aren't very good at time management either. They just plod through life, reacting to each problem that comes along, never really getting control. They probably don't believe that they can take control of their own life, and they often expect bad things to happen, and so they do. I've called them the dissatisfied plodder. I hope this one isn't you. In fact, the very fact that you are watching this video probably means it's not you. But even if it is you, that don't worry, help is at hand. Start with getting some goals that work on your time management so that you can get better at making. Alright, four is the frustrated dreamer. They do have goals, but they are let down by their lack of personal effectiveness. They are too disorganized to make the goals happen. They might be an artist or an creative type of person, or maybe just somebody who has been unlucky not to learn about time management. If this is you, then the good news is that you have done the hard bit. You have just got to do the easy bit now and learn about time management. 5. If the person who has no goals and no efficiency but still manage to have fun. I'm thinking of my event planners now, and I've called this one the hedonist. I must admit, I do envy their ability to have fun, to live in the now and to not worry about the consequences. But then, I also think that it is not sustainable. When they are older, they may look back and regret no planning ahead of a little bit more. At least I hope so. No, I just kidding. I wish them the best, but I do fear for them. I just think it is too risky to live only for the present. Anyway, that's the hedonist. Finally, the last combination is what I'm suggesting that you do, which would be the happy achiever. Have clear goals for both the things you want to achieve and the things you like doing and that you want to do more of. And then have efficient system for making them happen. And then try to achieve a balance of fun in the present and achievement in the future. There will be more about the details of these later in the series. But this is the picture that I want you to achieve. Happiness in both the present and the future. So, in order to get started on this route, what I would like you to think about now is that these three questions. Number one, how is your current balance between enjoyment and achievement? Number two, do you have clear goals, both for achieve and enjoy? And also number three, how efficient and organized are you? We will talk about this later on in another series. Thanks.